Leanna Holberter. I'm 20 years old and I attend Ramapo College of New Jersey. My major is elementary education because I've always truly wanted to be an elementary teacher. This video is going to include my inspirations, my goals, explaining my journey on how I wanted to become a teacher and how I'm going to do that. This is my elementary school.
This picture means a lot to me. Even though I was just in the 4th grade, I knew I wanted to become a teacher when I grew up. It wasn't just because the 4th graders would read to the kindergartners once a month in our class and I loved it, but because of what me and my friends achieved during this time. This is a picture of me and my friends sitting on the bleachers of the gym before a big presentation we were giving in front of our whole school. For a little background, this was the year that a terrible tsunami hit Haiti. I heard about what happened and I was devastated, and I felt terrible for the people who lived there. I wanted to help, but how would I do that if I'm just a little girl that lived in a small town in Jersey? Well, with the help of my parents, my friends, and the principal, I was able to set up a huge PowerPoint saying how my whole school and community can help. They can bring into school canned or boxed foods, clothes for giveaway like gloves, shirts, pants, hats, jackets, scarves, and anything you can think of that could be shipped there. With the help of a church who was able to send everything there, we achieved a great amount of help for some people in Haiti. Even though I was just a little girl with a small thought that turned into something bigger, only with just in my community, I knew from that moment on that I wanted to help people in a way that would make them feel good about themselves and learn. I knew I wanted to become a teacher.
Now this is where my journey really began, at my middle school.
My middle school years, like I had just previously said, is where my journey really began on wanting to become a teacher. But it was also a time for hard struggles. I have ADD, and I remember being diagnosed with it in 6th grade. I had a great CST, which is a child study team, who works with special needs students. I remember I had to take several tests with the CST, and these tests were taken in school during my classes, and it was hard because I would have to, say leave my math class or leave my English class to do them, and they were long tests, and I would come back, and at the time I would feel embarrassed to talk to my friends about it because I didn't really know what was going on. But because my child study team was so great, I always knew that I wanted to help people the way that they helped me, and along with being a teacher, I want to work with special needs students. Following that, middle school was a really great time because there was talent shows I did with my friends as well as plays that I did with my friends, and I knew that when I was going to become a teacher that I wanted to be on the staff of the plays and talent shows in my school. Also, I accepted the humanitarian award during my 8th grade graduation that was granted to me by my principal and my 4 8th grade teachers. Something that I really want to teach in my classroom is education doesn't stop in the classroom. You learn everywhere you go, especially somewhere like a playground at this age, because you're not only learning from your teachers and your parents, you're also learning from your peers as you're playing or just as you're interacting, doing whatever. You're always learning and continuing to learn as you grow. My high school years are something that I cherish deeply. I attended Passaic County Technical Institute for Cosmetology as my first choice and teaching as my second. Thankfully, I got my first choice and was able to learn all about what my parents do since they own a hair salon. I always knew I was going to attend college for teaching, so I wasn't too worried about it. During high school, I worked at a daycare for some time, then I worked at an aftercare, and then I even worked at a summer job that my teacher, Mr. Capello, got me. I took this opportunity with eagerness because the Arc of Bergen in Passaic County organizes a summer camp for ages 5 between 50 with people who have special needs. And I thought this would be such a great opportunity to dive more into the field and learn about if I really do want to work with students who have special needs. After working there for the past 2 summers and having a great CST team in middle school and high school, I've come to the conclusion that I would love to teach people who have special needs. My parents have been extremely supportive from day one and have helped me be successful in all the ways they can. They saw a light in me and they knew that I wanted to use that light to help other people because helping other people is my passion. They would always say growing up that I'm going to go to college for teaching, and here I am at Ramapo College for elementary education. Miss Tellerico, who I unfortunately don't have any pictures with, was my homeroom teacher for 3 years in a row in middle school. She would always tell the students, "Go with your gut no matter what," and that has still stuck with me till this day. Mr. Capello was such a great inspiration to me. I had him as a teacher junior and senior year of high school. Because I have ADD, it takes a lot in me to focus properly and not work slowly. Whenever I get something I can't understand in class, even today, I tend to get really frustrated with myself because it comes so easy to my other classmates. He would always make sure to point out that to him and my other teachers, they all recognize that I'm a hard worker and I work really well even though I have ADD. He also gave me a scholarship at the end of my senior year to help with college. He knew exactly what to say to make his students happy, feel good about themselves, and work hard. Being a student of his, you can tell that he has a passion for teaching students and helping others. Lastly, he offered me this wonderful summer job for working for the ARC of Bergen and Passaic County. My friends are another inspiration because around them I can be myself and not feel judged no matter what. That's something that I want to bring into the classroom for my students when I become a teacher. Following that, these are the people who I can open up to most, besides my parents of course, and make me feel good about myself and what I want to do with my career. They are always there to talk to, and they push me to realize that I can truly succeed at anything if I really put my mind to it. Some of them I have known since birth, some of them I've met just this year, and some of them are left within my past, but each relationship has had a great impact on me. And the reason that I say that they are an inspiration is because when I'm a teacher, I want to make that great impact on my students. Harry Styles is another inspiration to me because he's an extreme advocate for treating people with kindness, being free to whoever you want to be, and being confident about it. All of the aspects that Harry Styles displays are all that I want to be able to give to my students and use them to set a good example. They can use them and display them back to me in the classroom, and they can use these outside of the classroom. An example of what I will not do in the classroom is that I recently saw a video of a teacher calling out a student in class, calling them a class clown, and to apologize in front of the whole class. The student has Tourette's and could not control himself. He tried explaining that to the teacher, but she just got more angry at him. This is an example of what I will not do, because as a teacher, you should know important details about your students in order to help them be the best they can be and succeed in the classroom and outside of the classroom, especially if they have special needs and IEPs. Goals and things I will do in the classroom is to have technology in the classroom, have flexible seating for all of my students and myself, have class rules, including not tolerating bullying, and do everything in my power that I can to make everyone in the classroom feel accepted for who they are and what they want to be. And I want to teach them that no matter what, you can do anything if you put your mind to it and work hard.